Welcome to Watch of the Week here on Caseback. This is a series of brief reviews and previews of recently introduced timepieces. It's not a commercial, you will hear my unfiltered opinion, my unfiltered reaction, and our guest in this week is... Surprise, little surprise. Normally I do this in this video series with images only because most of the watches here are not on the market. Those are rather previews here, but the company Zelos had sent me extra for this video from Singapore this watch, this diver, and they declared it as a measuring device, and customs contacted me and they said, "Sir, we have to talk. What is a measuring device?" And then I had to declare it correctly, and now after 2 weeks it is here and I have the pleasure to show you this special diving watch. Normally I'm not really into packaging. It's not very interesting in most cases, but in this case it's pretty cool. And so I want to show you this. So we have here an outer box. This is not so interesting. Everybody has an outer box, right? And here, but look at this. This is really substantial wood. Nice wooden box. Do you see this? I mean, this in this price region, this was the first thing I find here very attractive. And inside you have a watch roll, which is unfortunately not real leather, I think, because it no, I think this is not real leather, but it feels good and it does the job properly. As you can see, I will open it. Okay, here we are, and now let's begin here with our Zelos Thresher GMT limited edition. Let's go over the basic first. We have a case diameter of 42 millimeters. The length overall is 50 millimeters. The height is 15. Not a small watch, absolutely not a small watch. The lug width is 22. And inside it's a ETA Elaboré with a rotor, with a custom made rotor, as you can see. The watch is waterproof up to 500 meters. 500 meters, so this is really a piece of equipment. And this, by the way, was a feature which made me to review this watch here. You have sapphire with coatings, anti-reflective coatings on both sides, and a unidirectional bezel with 120 clicks. We will check this in a second. The watch is limited to 100 pieces and the price is $749 US, but in Singapore, so you have to add customs. Okay, and so let's go in the details here. A lot to look at. You have a dark blue dial, you have massive lume on it, of course, and you have some accents in orange, as you can see here. And you have, of course, the GMT function and a date. And in the comments now will somebody ask me, what do you think? What can you do with a GMT function underwater? And another guy stated in the comments of another video that if you have a date function, if you need a date function underwater, you are in really deep trouble. And I agree, but let's be honest, we don't wear those watches only underwater, only for actual diving purposes, right? And the dial is not everybody's taste, I think, but there's pretty much to see here. Textures and forms, you really see that there's some thinking behind it. And I think if you're a little bit experienced with watches, you can see a difference between a randomly cluttered dial and a design, an actual design concept, which I can see here. And the Thule character you can see as well in the case. It's entirely brushed, no polished surfaces, entirely brushed case, which I think fits the style of the watch very good, fits the purpose very good. The rubber strap is, I don't know how to describe it. It feels pretty, like a well-made rubber strap. Probably there's a factory for every manufacturer and there they produce those straps. I don't know this, to be frank, but it feels exactly like the last rubber strap I had here together with a Baltic. Feels good, substantial, and not sweaty and something like that. ETA Elaboré, you can find the indication here on the case back. There it is, your ETA. So very high quality movement. Okay, and now let's operate the watch. Screw down crown, of course. And position 1 now is for the GMT hand. There's a little GMT hand now in position 9, and you can move it in this characteristic steps you see here. Clack, clack, clack. The other direction is for the date, as you see. And position 2 is then for the hands. So there you are, that's it. Not more to tell you here. The crown feels pretty good, substantial, and there are quite some rounds to close it, and I think you need this if you want to gain that water resistance here. The bezel, I love it. I said this before when I manipulated the Baltic. I really love those tight bezels with this insane sound. Same thing here, and I cannot spot any form of imperfection, and I cannot see any form of imperfection. It aligns perfectly, and so yeah, very, very substantial and good feel to it. And now let's go to the bracelet. I haven't worn this, of course. There's still plastic on it, but let's open it. And again, there you can see it's massive thing. Lug width is 22, and same thing like the rubber, to be frank. I mean, if you have a modern bracelet, then you expect a certain quality, and there you have it. It's brushed, as you can see. Brushed bracelet, entirely brushed. Here's the Zelos logo on it. And yeah, does the job. Feels pretty good. But again, for me, way too big with the bracelet. I mean, to be frank, the watch is too big for me in either way. But I will demonstrate you this right now. But on the other hand, we don't have to be so strict, right? If you want to wear something big, then goddammit, then you can do it from time to time. So there it is. There you have a 17 centimeter wrist with a massive 42 millimeter case, 15 millimeters high, and you can't really see this. But in a way, I mean, I've seen this combination, blue dial, dark leathers, dark rubber strap sometimes, and it really works. It really works. And so overall, I think it's a really good package. It's a really good package. I mean, Zelos, they've started as a Kickstarter campaign, and we all know that there is so much crap on Kickstarter and so many attempts just to grab the quick dollar or the quick euro. But here you see some willing to offer quality. There is an ETA elaborate in it. You have sapphire on both sides, the substantial strap, the bracelet, the great packaging. Although real leather would be really great here, but okay, I can understand. Maybe this is really impossible. And then the specifications with the water resistance up to 500 meters, so quite something to offer. Okay, and that's all for now. See you next Monday to Watch of the Week on Caseback.